Okay, so I can be a bit of an impulse shopper, and this represents a couple of things that I kind of impulse shopped. I am a great big nerd from way, way back, and I also like to go hide in the woods. So I found this little jobby on Etsy. It's a sticker. I'm going to put it on my car. I haven't done so yet. But I see when I go to parks and things, lots of people with "the mountains are calling and I must go." And given that one of the games that we play and I actually run is a Call of Cthulhu game, this one actually is "The Mountains of Madness are calling and I must go." So I thought this was definitely much more my speed, and if I can find the store that I got it from, I will try to figure out how to link it below. This is my first sort of unboxing-ish video. I've never done one before. It's going to have to kind of be all one go, so I'll be opening the box in this one, and then I'll be doing another video probably of actually putting the tent together. This is a Turok. It says two-person tent. I'm a little iffy on that. It's about the same size as those. I think the bathtub dimensions are about the same size as the ones that that I've purchased before to use as one-person backpacking tents. My bivy tent that I had finally crapped out, but it had lived a long life. The reason that I went ahead and impulse purchased this was, one, it was really on sale, and two, I've been looking to replace my tent that has fiberglass poles with something with aluminum poles, because I purchased a $20 inexpensive little tent to take backpacking, and not the first time, I set it up, did fine. Took it out, and when I set it up, one of the poles began to break pretty much just immediately. So, we're gonna open this box and see what is inside of it. So, I'll be very, very careful and try not to cut myself or the product. I don't know how these things usually work because, as I'm very fond of saying, I am an old dog. But I do know I enjoy watching people get new stuff. So, and I did purchase this from Amazon. It was really, really on sale. And one of the ways that anyone that knows me will know that it was really, really on sale is unless I get a very, very big surprise, it's going to be blue. And I am not a big fan of blue. In fact, I tend to color code my gear because people I backpack and hike with have a tendency to lose theirs. So they usually, if I don't say, if it's purple, it's mine, I end up with having things get mislaid or in somebody else's pack by the end of the trip. Okay, so just in the box we have the carry bag, which is actually kind of nice, and it does have buckles. I noticed that in the advert. Hold on, let me move the box out of the way. Neat. Okay. It is blue. It's not the worst shade of blue I've ever seen. Oh, that doesn't. Let's see. Maybe they just buckled it backwards. Okay. Okay. Good. It's not the worst shade of blue I've ever seen. It is, the specs in the ad listed it as a 4.6 pound two-person tent. It is double walled in that the main tent body has mesh sides, and it has the equivalent of the rainfly, but it's then an outer wall to the tent. Let's see how much of this I can do. I did also read in some of it didn't have a lot of reviews, but one of the people did a review stated that if you replaced the stakes with something lighter, then you could get the weight under 4 pounds, which is not bad. Here is the whole bag. So, depending on how sturdy the material is, I don't always carry all of these little bags with me. Not that I'm an ounce counter, because I definitely am not. I am too old to not care about comforts. Thanks, honey. I know you're very... Why are you even up here? You don't like camping. You won't even go outside. Yeah, that's just noisy and can go away. Okay. And they're aluminum shock cord poles. It's supposed to have kind of the standard dome tent. If I can get these apart. Kind of dome tent setup, so that you've got two poles that crisscross, and then the tent body hooks to it. I am apparently not smarter than your average set of poles, because I cannot seem to find. Heck with it. We'll just do this until we can get them to come apart. I suspect that one of them is twisted around the other part. So I can do this without hitting myself in the face. Okay. Well, they are quite long. And this is why you don't. Looks like they're probably maybe 12 feet. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have a tape measure handy. But yes, they are two separate poles. So, set that over there. Set that over there. And I will take those apart in a minute. Okay, so two separate poles. We have our carry bag. And, oof. It does also have guides. Like lots of them from what I understand of it. Okay, here are the stakes. They're just your standard, quite a few of them. And then we have, I like that it's a color I'll be able to see. Quite a few guys, and when I take this out and set it up, I will go ahead and stake it out. I'm really lazy, and sometimes if I have a dome tent and it isn't necessarily necessary, I don't always put the guy lines out so much. So this appears to be the main tent body. It does have the loops for the poles. The poles have a little... yeah, that's not going to work. I was going to try to show that, but that's not going to work. And then this would be the interior part, or this is the exterior that covers the main tent body. It does have a little bit of a smell, but I don't think it's terrible. It's not one of those where you open it up and it's just so noxious that you can't stand it. Also, a desk is not exactly the best place to try to show a tent. But the reason that I went ahead and opted for this is that this was less than $30. Okay, here are the it has vents, and like I said, with the weight, it seemed very reasonable. And then, as you can see in the main tent body, or maybe, yeah, it is almost all mesh. So, I'm looking forward to getting it set up, and what I might try to do is I might try to just hook it to the poles, and see how it sets up. I might take it up on the hill, but not all the way to the top. And this is how it connects to the poles. They crisscross, and then it snaps on. A lot of the newer tents that I've seen kind of have that configuration. Zipper seems to have pretty good movement. So very much looking forward to getting this set up and seeing how it does. Not particularly jazzed about the blue, but the ones that were not blue were over $50. So this one, at the time that I purchased it, they were running a sale, and it was $26.66. The ones that were not on sale, which they had a green and I believe an orange, those were 53 and change, but I'm not exactly sure which. But yes, this is the impulse tent purchase that I did, and like I've said before, I'm super psyched about the trip that I'm going on in a couple of months. I actually don't plan on using this tent unless this tent turns out to be a lot bigger than I think it is, and I don't really see that happening. So, and I've discovered that I find saying just keep rambling on or ramble on or some sort of derivation of that to be a bit on the hokey side, but that is kind of what I call things. So anyway, so hopefully I will, even if it's just a short where I show it completely set up, I will try to get a video up soon showing what this tent looks like when it is set up. Yes, Binks, I know there's stuff on the floor and you want to play with it. Alright, well, thank you for watching.